What's your just view on how these summer negotiations went and where we are at this point?
And if you ask me a couple of years ago, you know, first, second year, that I'll go through like a longer, negotiation, I wouldn't tell you, but it's part of what we do. It's a business. At the end of the day, all matters we got it done, and I'm excited to be here.
Jonathan, do you view this new deal as betting on yourself? Obviously, there's some terms, and it's kind of a one-year deal with the team option. Do you view this as betting on yourself moving forward?
I wouldn't say that. But I'll tell you, me betting on myself is helping us win the championship, and I think that's our goal, and that's how we all looking at it. But, no, I'm blessed. I'm glad I got this done, but my mind is not betting on myself on that deal.
Jonathan, do you want to be here long term?
Me or no? I mean, that's everybody's goal, to be somewhere for longer. And you never know how your future will be determined. So, but so far, I think that's my goal, and that's what I want to accomplish. Just being here for longer.
Being a restricted free agent is kind of unique in that you can meet with other teams and hear from them about what they think of you. What was that experience like for you?
Can you repeat your question again, please?
What was it like hearing from other teams about what they thought of you, during the summer?
I just learned more about me. Just hearing from certain people, from different people. It was a good experience. I never think I experienced that, but it was a great experience, and I'm glad to actually just going out there and just listening to certain things. But it was a good experience.
They kind of mentioned that this contract, it seems to, have language in it that would make it very tradable. I know you had to waive your no trade clause within it. I mean, do you sense that they want you here long term?
I mean, I'll say so. Based on just me being back here, based on now knowing, like, just feeling. I feel like I'll be. It don't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, let's see where this take us. But my focus is this year pushing and actually helping us win. So like I said, you never know what's gonna happen. But I'm happy, glad to be back. I was with some of my teammates today, and most of them, all of them, were happy to see me back here. So let's see what this take us.
What do you kind of view as your on-court role on this team?
Not much, as just helping us win. Find a way to help us win. Both hands. Defense, offense. Just find a way to be a piece that's gonna help us win games and hopefully a championship.
How do you see yourself helping the team win more specifically?
How do I see myself helping us win? Like I just said, I just answer this question. It's more, just being involved in both sides. Find a way to impact. If it's on defense, if it's an assignment, just go guard the best player. Today we need you to score. Today we need you to guard certain people. And I feel like that's what I'm looking forward to, and I'm very open-minded to whatever.
Hey, Jonathan. What did this experience this summer teach you, or what perspective did you gain about like the business side of basketball through this experience?
It's actually a lot. A lot of people don't get to go through it, and like I said early, if you tell me a couple of years ago that's how things work, I wouldn't know. But and I'm glad I got to really go through like the business side of basketball and just figuring things out. it was a great experience. You know, it's a very big learning lesson that I got to witness myself and be a part of it.
Jonathan, what do you say to people who may have become fans of yours over the first few years, but because of the way the contract negotiations went, they may have a question as to whether or not you're committed to being here now?
And it's to certain fans, you know. And I feel like a lot of the fans get in their feelings, you know, so much. And it's mostly not the ones that actually be at the game. It's the ones that just be home, you know, on Twitter, on TikTok, on social media. You know, the actual one that come here every other day and support us, you know, they're like the real MVPs. But the ones that just be home every day just don't know what's going on, they not even read what's happening and just go out there and just say whatever, you know. That's what they love to do. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but the real me, the people I talk to, the front office, my coaches, you know, they know what's happening, and they know how committed I am, you know, to this team and what I want to accomplish. So I think that's all that matters to me.
I was hoping to follow up with you on a quote from your agent during the negotiations when he was doing his media blitz. He said, "Can he be the player he wants to be right now with this roster composition? No. But does that mean he doesn't want to win? I'm sorry, I got that wrong, excuse me. But that doesn't mean he doesn't want to win and he's not willing to sacrifice for the team." So 2 parts there. What type of player do you want to be?
Someone that's going to be impactful, of like contributing to success, winning. And I think nobody's coming to this gym every other day and not thinking about winning a championship. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in front of you guys. I'm going to my 5th year. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. So, and I think me just being around this team for that long and seeing everything we've been looking at, everything we're trying to accomplish every other year, it's nothing but a championship. So I feel like I'm very at that level of commitment. Just growth-wise, I feel like that's where I need to be. I need to mark my name as somebody who helped this team win a championship, and I think that's what we all here for.
And then the second part, if your role looks similar to last season, where it's off the bench minutes or some fluctuation or some spot starts, do you feel like that sameness is a sacrifice on your part?
What'd you say?
Is that if your role looks the same as last season, if it's off the bench, fluctuating minutes or some spot starts, do you consider that a sacrifice?
I wouldn't consider it as a sacrifice, and I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be that. Just whatever happen. But as long as I know that every day I'm coming in is for a reason to just compete and, you know, and put myself in the best situation as I can to help this team win. So.
Jonathan, in the Minnesota series, what did you learn about playing with Jimmy, and how do you think that you guys can complement each other having an entire training camp and preseason together now?
And I think it's very important that we all here now early, you know, trying to figure each other out. And I feel like we actually did, you know, going through that series. It's very easy and simple to play with Jimmy. And we actually get to sit down more now. You know, I get to go ask him certain questions. How does he like to play? What does he like? Because I don't see it not working. And I feel like just us having a lot of time together, me being healthy, him being here from day one, like training camp-wise, you know, it's going to help us, you know, figuring out certain things about each other just going forward.
It looked like at practice you were wearing number 1. Did you change your jersey number to number 1, and why number 1 if so?
I actually changed it, you know, just a new star. You know, I wanted to go back to my actual number 1 jersey that I used to wear when I was St. Pat. Because when I got drafted, they asked for certain numbers. They didn't have it. D-Lee had it at some point. And I think it was available. I was going to wear some other crazy number that people was going to think I'm crazy, but I didn't want to do that. But I think I just want to try new things, you know.
Hey, Jonathan. Kenza Fukuda with Clutch Points. Obviously, your contract was life-changing money. I was wondering about your family's reaction to you signing that contract.
They're I won't say I'm weird, not in that way, not like weird, but like it's just things that I mean I get more excited playing basketball than certain other things. They all were on me. They wanted me to smile, to laugh, to do certain things. That's just not who I am. But just me seeing them, how they were all excited, seeing my family, my parents, it meant a lot, and I'm glad I got to witness that, and put myself in that type of situation. But things like that, that's what makes me happy, just seeing my family happy for me.
What number did you almost pick?
Some crazy number. I don't even know if I want to tell you guys. Like 56, 55, something like that.
Linebacker number?
Yeah, just some crazy. I know IG, my day-to-day man, he used to wear 55 in high school, and I just wanted to just do that for him. But, and then he actually the one who stopped me from doing it, so.
How's your game feel right now?
It feel good. It feels good. I think I got so much better, and I would say on both ends, because I seen certain things where people just be thinking that I think about offense and things like that. I'm always gonna get better on offense, but even defense-wise, like I say, I've been in this league I'm going to my 5th year. I look at things differently now. I get better at certain things as time keep evolving, and I feel ready to get going. It's gonna take me a little time because I didn't really get to play around too much this summer. But so far, today I feel like I was trying to keep up with the rest of the guys, but I still got a little time to get there.
What did your development plan look like this summer? Who were you playing against? What was training like while you were trying to get better?
Training-wise, it was very intense. It was whatever it takes for me to get better. It don't matter who you're training against. It don't matter what you're doing. As long as you're working on the right things, things that you're going to use in certain situations, that's all that matters. And I feel like I was doing that consistently and working out hard. And I think, the only way we're going to find out is just whenever we get on the start and we start playing and things start going well for not just me, for the team. And I think that's when we're gonna see what I was working on. Cool. That's it? Good. All right, guys. Thank you. Yes, sir.